Good evening, everyone. How are we all this evening? Have you noticed there's nobody shouting in the background? All's quiet on the Western Front. So, yes, Chris has just had to nip out. It shouldn't be all that long. About half an hour, he said. So, yeah, he's gone to pick his SD card up from somebody's. Tracy here, by the way, still singing as my hubby. Oh, dear. So, yeah, Chris has just had to pop out. I can't really say too much about it because it's somewhat to do with the short video that he put up the other day, but hey ho. All will be revealed shortly. Well, not tonight, obviously, but you know, it's he's got to pick his SD card up, and then he was going to call it Asda on way back. Yeah. Hiya, Steve. How are you? So, yeah, so... oh, pardon me. Pardon me, that's that pot. So, yeah, so... hiya, Gordo. God, you ate shit better summit. It's only 2 minutes past 9. So, yeah, he's got to come pick that up. It's about 10 minutes away from here, so it's like 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back, and then he's got to go to Asda. So about 9:30, he should be back or thereabouts. So just enjoy the peace and quiet while he's gone. I've got a great big... I don't know what's wrong with this top. Lisa's all to pot. So yeah, the unicorn bars that we made last night, very nice, if I must say so myself. Is Chris here? No, it's just nipped out. I just said Steve is just nipped out. He'll be back roughly about 9:30 or thereabouts. Or yeah, and you noticed it's very quiet, no voice in the background or anything. So this is the only time he could do it. So he's got to go and pick his SD card up, some footage that he did the other day. Yeah, about right there, karate. So yeah, it's not very often he sort of misses the beginning of the live stream, but this was only time he could get his SD card back. I mean, Chris will sort of reveal to you what it's all about. But yeah, he did some footage the other day, and this guy borrowed his SD card off him. I am Jad. How are you? So yeah, I'm not too bad, Steve. Chris is the one that's had a massive headache today. So, but he were like, he were up early this morning. He were up early yesterday morning. So I think it's catching up with him, if you know what I mean. They keep having these, these early mornings. So I don't think he's got anything planned for tomorrow. So hopefully he should get a bit of a lie in. But yeah, he's been complaining all day. He's had a massive headache. He's had some tablets, and when it's took it off a bit, and then it's come back on. And after it's, it's probably just like lack of sleep, not sleeping very, not having enough sleep, etc. No, I don't think so, Steve. No. Not unless it's first man that's in history to get pregnant. So because I know I'm not. you know, that ship has sailed a long time ago. So yeah, so he's you know, it was only time he could get to go and picking this SD card up and whatnot. So it were a case of, you know, they're not expensive things, but Chris actually wants the footage off the SD card, if you get my meaning. You know what I mean? It's I can't really go into much detail about what it's about, you know, but you know, they both need the footage, if that's any consolation. And the guy says, "Can I borrow your SD card so I can download some of the footage?" And Chris needs it first. He needs it for the footage as well, if that makes sense. So, but I said, you know, I weren't going to say too much, so I haven't said too much. But anyway, oh, pardon me. So yeah, I did the unicorn bars go down, Tracy. Chris went out with Glyn this morning, so he cut him like a strip off, like, and Glyn's had some, Chris has had some, Callum's had some, I've had one piece, and if I must say so myself, they were delicious. So there's me just, you know, blowing my own trumpet, but yeah, very nice. So yeah, not sure what we're making next week. I think we might try the what were it, Yorkshire ginger parkin biscuits. I think I may change my mind between now and then, but hey ho. But sort of that's what, you know, what I'm thinking of. So yeah, I guess no. No. But anyway, yeah. It were like it weren't blue. It were more of a how can I put it? Not a lime green, like a I don't. Yeah, it did turn out blue, Amjad. But yeah, I mean, even Tracy was saying she could get hers to go a bluey colour. But I was sort of racking my brain last night about it. And the thing is, if you think about it, the icing has got butter in it, which is yellow, and yellow and blue make green. So that's sort of my understanding. And I says to Chris, I says, I could have used old tube. I says, and I still don't think they would have gone a bluey colour. No, I haven't, Steve. I must be honest. I've never, you know, never tried what I know what they are, you know, with chocolate in the middle. How do you keep an idiot in suspense? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I says to Chris last night, I says, you know, when you think about it, butter and icing sugar, it makes like a yellow colour. So if I'd have put the old tube of blue in, it still wouldn't have gone blue. It would probably have stayed green, if that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, there's different lava cakes, lava puddings, and it's basically a chocolate sponge. But I'll tell you in a bit. But yeah, It's like a chocolate sponge with chocolate in the middle, but when you cook it, it melts it. Yeah, same as I say, I'd got 2 lots of blue, Tracy. One were a baby blue, and then I bought that Dr. Oetker, which I thought were a darker blue. I thought, well, you know, I'll use the but I mean, I've never had a problem with Dr. Oetker colouring Amjad, but same as I says to Chris, you know, the you know, you beat your butter and then you put your icing sugar in. But when all's said and done, before you put the food colouring in, your icing's yellow, well, a yellowish colour, and blue and yellow make green. So I don't know. I didn't want to put too much in and then it'd be too dark. Yeah, hiya, Ruby. Yeah, Amjad was just asking me, did my icing turn out green or blue? And I says it were like a very, it were on verge of blue, but it were like a greeny colour. So but in the recipe it says only a couple of drops. Now I put a couple of drops in and didn't do anything. And it did nothing. Made it just like a lime green colour. So I put a bit more in. But it did turn out more of a greeny colour than a blue. So yeah. But it's no detriment. No detriment to it. It still tastes as good. But the thing is, as well, we're leaving it in the fridge overnight. It did go a bit darker, if that makes sense. I don't know whether it was because it weren't set or whatever, but leaving it in the fridge overnight, it did go a little bit darker. So it was sort of like a cross between a bluey green. So, oh, rainbow cake. That should be good, Amjad. But yeah, I think we're going to be doing biscuits next week. I ain't sort of thought that far ahead, but I did. I like the look of the snickerdoodle cupcakes. But the only problem I'm having there is can't get any cream of tartar from anywhere. No, it just tastes like normal icing, Steve. It's only the like colouring to colour the icing. You know. At the moment, Becky, Chris isn't here. I've just been saying he's had to nip out and pick his SD card up that he borrowed somebody. So, and now was the only convenient time for this other fella. So, yeah, I think so. I mean, I did look on Amazon, Amjad, you know, the banana and peanut butter cookies. I have done peanut butter cookies, but I don't think I've done banana and peanut butter cookies. You know what we were talking about not so long back, Gordo, about doggy treats and whatever. There's an old, if you look on Facebook, there's like an old, like a group, like for how to make doggy treats. Hi, Vanessa, how are you? So I did come across it the other day. Oh, yeah, that's what you make for a dog. Oh, I thought you wanted me to make some. But yeah, there is like a group I'd say like a baking group, but it's all about doggy treats. She's not too well at the moment, Steve. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, Wilton's, the tips are expensive. Everything about Wilton is expensive. I've not had Snickerdoodles cookies, but I'm on about making the cupcakes. They sort of loosely based on the same thing, but the only thing that I can't get my hands on at the moment is cream of tartar. I don't know why. I ordered it with my shopping. They couldn't get it. Chris went to our local Asda. They hadn't got it. He's been to 1 or 2 places. Oh, there you go. Gordo says if you're making them for people, then just add the sugar. But yeah, you know, there's quite a lot of recipes out there for doggy treats. Yeah, everything about Wilton, Amjad is pricey. Oh, a commercial mixer. Wow. So substitute lemon juice and honey. Oh, but yeah, that's the only thing that I can't get my hands on at the moment. I don't know why. I can get baking powder, I can get bicarb of soda, I can get everything else, but the only thing that I can't get my hands on at the moment is cream of tartar. And that's what you need for these Snickerdoodle cupcakes. But I'll source some, don't worry. I'll have to go on Amazon. I never thought of Amazon, to be honest with you. Amazon delivery person is going to have a tough day on the mixer delivery. Well, I'm sure you know they'll fathom some attack, Vanessa. You know. Dead easy. It's just mashed bananas, peanut butter, 1 egg, flour, and porridge oats. Pizza with vanilla icing. Yeah, well, normally, I mean, Tracy's just said Morrison sell it, but normally Asda sell it. But, you know, I ordered it with my shopping. It says item unavailable. It went down to his local Asda because we've got 2 local Asdas. Neither of them had got it. So I don't know whether it's just Asda or what, but, you know, I couldn't source any cream of tartar anywhere. Yeah. Same as I say, I mean, me and Tracy were on about it last night. I find that the muffin tins are a lot better than ordinary cupcake because they are deeper. Yeah, Snickerdoodles. I've printed a recipe out for Snickerdoodle cupcakes, but cream of tartar is an ingredient to it, Steve, and I can't get any anywhere. But I'll get some somewhere. Cinnamon buns is basically yeast bread, so pizza as dessert comes out tasty. But yeah, I have done a cinnamon what are they called, cinnamon rolls, whatever. You know, but the ones I made didn't have any yeast in them. You know, but funnily enough, that they've started doing a lot of like pizza bases, but like a fruit. you know, like a healthy pizza version, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I will. I will. I will. I bet any money that they've already seen it. I'll just play Amjad's. I do them in the oven and transfer them to the dehydrator overnight. Makes them nice and crunchy. Yeah, I'll just play the video that Amjad's talking about. So I'm only going to play it once because I look a bit silly in it. But hey ho, I did say I was going to play it, so I am going to play it.
You know why the blow-up dolls cost a fortune? Hey, oh, Dennis, it's just done one, and it was supposed to have sent it to you, but sent it to Ian, and he's booked WTF. He sent it to the wrong person. Oh, dear. I bet he thought you were making a mucky phone call. Oh, dear. Oh, dear me. We're starting again. Why has Chris just been blowing down the phone? Oh, dear. I can't row you. Oh, dear me. All right, this is what we're laughing about.
So there you have it. That is the video to what Amjad were pertaining to. Yeah, it was from last Thursday's live stream, and basically Amjad sped it up. I asked how my blueberry muffins were to my brother. I gave him some weeks ago. He loved them. But that is sort of Amjad's take on it. It is basically, I said I sound like a screaming banshee, Gordo. But it's last Thursday's live stream when I couldn't stop laughing. And basically all Amjad's done is sped it up a bit. but yeah, it is funny though, you know, I must admit to myself. But Chris played it on Friday and I went, oh my God, I says, I'm embarrassed now. So but yeah, it's funny. Even I myself think it's funny, but yeah, you know, and it was that particular part where he did that, you know, like pretending to blow the blow-up doll up, but instead of sending it to Dennis, he sent it to Ian, and Ian wondered what was going off, and so we started again. So yeah, so that's sort of, you know, Amjad's sort of, you know, is sort of input on the night. But yeah, you know, it were. I kept saying, "Oh, how embarrassing!" on Friday evening when he played it, and I says, you know, it were just one of them things. But hey ho, you've all watched it now. I promised you I was gonna show it you, and you know, it's all right. Benny's just come down. As a keep chat, mate. So yeah, so there you have it. You know, you've seen it, warts and all. You know, my hysterical laughing, but it did make it funny in speeding it up. So so yeah, it went actually like that on the night, Vanessa. I did laugh a lot, but it's Amjad's take on it because he sped it up. I says I sound like a flaming nutter if anybody were to sort of tune into that now and watch me playing that. That sound like a total nutter. So but hey ho, I've just about recovered from it, you know. So that's that really. I mean, Chris has been out again today. he went to yeah, I love the part when Carla came in and said, "Oh Lord, what have I walked into?" That's it. But yeah, it's been out filming again today, like a disused power station type of thing. Oh, pardon me. That's the video we uploaded earlier on. You know, it actually, I don't know whether he went from beneath one of the cooling towers, but he sent me a picture, and it's actually sort of the drone looking up this cooling tower. Perfect shot. No. It's too cream crackered for that, Gordo. Yeah. Well, you know the like short video clip of a certain football ground. I sort of don't want to let cat out at bag, but it's something to do with that. That's who he's gone. When he did some filming other day, this guy wanted some of the footage. So Chris said, you take my SD card, you download what you want, he says, and then, you know, it's on a double date. Yeah. So yeah, basically he's gone to pick this SD card up. The guy were going to bring it here, but something to do with childcare or something, I don't know. Hi Kate, how are you? So yeah, but it's about 10 minutes away, so it's like 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back, and he's got call at Asda for a loaf of bread or something while he's out, so he'll be back anytime soon. So yeah. Oh, that's the thing. While I think about it, Tracy, did Johnny get that letter that I posted? Has he got it yet? Oh, Tracy probably knows what I'm talking about. Johnny wanted me to print like a permit off for his local tip, and I did it, and I've sent it off. But Chris is not here at the moment, Kate. And you noticed how quiet it is. He's just got to pick an SD card up that he lent somebody, but it's only like 10 minutes away, so it's like 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. So any time soon he should be back. We're going to call it Asda on way back and get a loaf of bread. So yeah, but I can't really say too much about it. Or and who it is, because this guy's quite a big YouTuber as well. But anyway, Chris lent him this SD card when he went out filming the other day. And this guy says, "Well, I'll take what off it what I need, and then I'll bring it back to you." So, but he then messaged Chris earlier on, and he says, "I can't actually get to you." So he says, "Do you mind coming and picking it up?" So that's where he's gone, but it's only like 10 minutes down road. So that's where he's gone, and then they were calling it Asda on way back. So, but oh yeah, okie dokie. Then I just wondered if it had arrived yet, Tracy. Because I spoke to Johnny yesterday and he said it hadn't come yesterday. So I thought, well, while I think about it, I'll ask if it's arrived. Yeah, I mean, even Chris said, Amjad, it's one of the best nights we've had in a long, long time. Hang on a minute. So yeah. I'm just gonna search for something. Yes, he's got it ready to post tomorrow. So yeah. But I did only send it second class because I told Johnny, I says, I know definitely I've got some second class stamps. So I did message Johnny, yeah. Yeah. It's all right. I'm just looking for something, but it's not coming up with yeah. But I did but yeah, it were absolutely hilarious last Thursday, Kate. I mean, I've just played a clip that Amjad sent me, and it's like it were like me laughing, and basically Amjad sped it up. So yeah, I mean that made it. Even Gordo said I sounded like Woody Woodpecker. So but we, I mean, we do have laughs, but we've not laughed as much like that for a long time as we did last Thursday. So yeah, but yeah, all it is Johnny wanted me to print him like because he's got a trailer. Can you send it? I'll send it afterwards, Kate, because it's on my computer, and obviously I'm you know what I mean. So Dorset sees biggest rock fall in 60 years. Oh dear. So in fact, I can send it, Kate, because I've got it on my phone. I forgot about that. It says a huge cliff has slid into the sea in Dorset, blocking 1,000-foot stretch of beach at the historic Jurassic Coast. Oh dear. I've got it on here. Amjad. I can forward it to her. Well, I think I can anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to send it to Kate. I'm not going to play it again because I feel embarrassed. But anyway, I've sent it to Kate anyway because I do know that I do know we sent it, Tracy. So yeah, I've sent it to Kate anyway. But yeah, Gordo says I sound like a woodpecker. I said I sound like a screaming banshee. But it was last Thursday when we had all them laughs about Mavis and whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah. But I'll reply to that other message in a bit, Kate. I can't really explain you know, a lot about it, but anyway, but yeah, I have actually played it tonight, you know, because I did promise Amjad last night that I was going to play it. So I says, well, I'll not do it now on Baking live stream. I says, I'll play it tomorrow evening, you know, on the normal live stream. and I promised him I'd. Yeah, because you came back just as we were closing it down, didn't you, Amjad? It was funny, but you were having a good. But it's you know, it's not same as I said. You know, under certain circumstances, you know, I mean, it's been, you know, it's we've not laughed like that in a long time, and I think it basically did everybody good to have a good laugh like that. You know, I mean, you know, Tracy says she woke Keena up laughing, and you know what I mean. I'd got a banging headache after that live stream. Both me and Chris both said we got headaches, and I says, I think it will cost we'd laugh that much that it'd get us headaches. So, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's good to laugh like that every now and again, and you know it creates them endorphins, them feel it good endorphins. It makes you feel better. Oh dear, even Amjad said he laughed that much that you know, we'd got a headache. So oh dear. It's all right. Kate's just messaged me and she says it's brilliant. So yeah, I don't think Chris will be long coming back because he's you know, it was sort of obviously because you're laughing that much, it's like making your blood pressure rise, and you know, and that's what causes you to have an headache, you know, because it's she says she's just watched it. Oh dear, I got a banging headache that night, Kate. I'd laughed that much. Both me and Chris and even Amjad said he'd got a headache afterwards because they'd laughed that much. But it's one of them things that, you know, I nearly fell on the floor from all the laughing. My uncle said, "Watch your step." But it's you can't recreate that. It was just a sort of natural, funny night. You know what I mean? It was just a naturally one of them funny nights. I mean, the thing is as well, Dennis and Emma were there as well, and even Dennis messaged me afterwards, and he says, "I've had the best night ever." He says, "You know, you and Chris are awesome. You know what I mean? Thanks for it, laugh." And I says, "Well, it was just one of them things where I was telling everybody about these scam phone calls." I says, and Chris coming up with this idea of his blow up doll going down, and it just sort of spiraled from there. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, you couldn't script that sort of thing, if you know what I mean. It were natural. It were from art, you know, and we all really had a good laugh that night. So yeah, you know what I mean. You can't, you know. Yeah, it were one of them things, Amjad, where you couldn't script it. It were just things spiraled from that, me telling that story about Chris Wick scam phone call. You know what I mean? And you know, same as I said to Chris, I'm just glad everybody enjoyed it. Nobody got offended by, you know, by what we were talking about, and the fact that it sort of rolled on, you know, into what it did. Yeah, and that's the thing, Kate. You know, when same as me and Chris said when I shut live stream down, it says I hadn't laughed that loudly or that it like that in ages. You know what I mean? And he says it does you good, you know, to laugh like that. But we'd laugh that loudly and that intensely that I'd got a splitting headache by the time I'd done. And so had Chris, and even Amjad said he had, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's sign of a good night when, you know, you've laughed that much that your head hurts and, you know, your dad'll be home soon, Tucker. You can come in. I'm not going up and leaving my live stream just to let you in. It's all right. Tucker's at the door, wanted to come in. Your dad'll be back soon. Yeah. I'm not getting up off the sofa just to let you in. Oh dear. But you know, it's I don't think we could recreate that even if we tried, you know what I mean? I also love the part where Carla said in chat, oh Lord, we need to go to church now. But this is it. I mean, even, you know, whatever religion you are, we all need a laugh, Amjad. So, you know what I mean? It's one of them things. It's a laugh is a laugh. It's universal. You know what I mean? It don't matter what religion or creed or colour or whatever. We all need them laughs. You know what I mean? And it just happened to be that subject. You know, you couldn't recreate it again, even if you wanted to. But, you know, it's... I'm just glad everybody enjoyed it. Nobody took offence, you know what I mean? Told you. He's back.
Oh, no.
Silence is shattered. Did I miss something? No, we were just talking about Thursday night, Steve, and how we hadn't laughed that, you know. We hadn't.
You miss me?
Oh God, no. Your best pal wants to come in and all.
They can knock off.
He wanted to come in. I says, if you think I'm going up off at the sofa and leaving my live stream just so I can let you in. I'm just put oi Chris, bro.
Oi,
I told you it won't be long.
What the traffic going?
One in, one out.
I need to wash my grannies.
Yeah, I've sent Cliss, Kate, that clip that Amjad sped up. Hi, Frugal Farmer. How are you?
In the house.
Yeah, I've sent it to Kate because I'd already played it once, and I thought, well, I'm not going to keep playing it. So yeah, so I forwarded it on to Kate. But yeah.
Oh yes, I'll get you dinner in a minute. I've got
it's yeah, he's just got to wash his hands. But yeah, you missed a good live stream last Thursday, Frugal Farmer. Absolutely hilarious. It all started off as like we were getting like several scam phone calls a day, and Chris sort of made out he'd got a blow up doll. So and sort of we you know, we sort of went from there, and you know, it sort of just spiraled from there, and we never stopped laughing all night.
Blow up dolls.
Yeah, I've been in the shop busy, but yeah, you know, I just thought I'd like sort of recap. It was totally hilarious. And it well, like I just said, you know, I'm just glad that, you know, people enjoyed themselves. People laughed as much as what we did. That they didn't take offence, you know. And it was just one of them things, you know. You get on a subject, and you know, you know. Best night, you know, no drama, no tension, just laughs. You know,
Oh, that's what you mean. What did they say to people?
But funny thing is, Frugal Farmer, since sort of because Chris answered it, he didn't tell me what he were doing, and he made out his blow up doll were going down, and he even made like he were blowing it up. Hiya, Mark, how are you? But yeah, we're just saying, Mark, what a laugh it were last Thursday, you know. And funnily enough, since that phone call, we've not had one. Get kettle on. It's only just walked in. But no, I'm not starting with doll, Mark. I'm just telling Frugal what it all started at over, you know, how the story began. And it just sort of spiraled from there. We never stopped laughing all night. Chris was supposed to have sent a message to Dennis, but he sent it to Ian instead, and it pretended to blow this blooming doll up. So that were another thing that we were laughing about, because I says to Chris, I says, well, Ian will probably think that you're making a mucky phone call, because all he did was like that phone. Oh, go on then, Mark. He says, this may make you laugh. But yeah, that were funny. And then Ian come on and they were going, oh my God, what, you know, he says, what were all that about? And he says, I sent it to you by mistake. I got a cake in my face. Oh dear. Frugal says, he says, I got a call from a firefighter fundraiser scam. I started crying and told him my wife ran off with a firefighter. He hung up. But yeah, but he never told me he were going to do it. So, you know, I couldn't stop laughing, you know. But, you know, it's one way to stop them anyway. Because we haven't had one since. So, you know, just pretend you've got a blow-up doll and it's deflating as you talk.
I bet you want to say no to
Coffee, yeah. It was a prank. Oh dear. Somebody says put kettle on.
I'm just making one.
Well,
Well,
we made unicorn bars last night.
very nice indeed. I had
Yes.
lovely breakfast and I went
Yeah.
out drawing.
So yeah,
Video out my channel.
with supposedly blue icing, but it didn't turn out quite blue. It were more of a greeny colour. Mark says T1 sugar, please. Don't have sugar.
No sugar in this house.
Yeah, I have sweeteners and Chris don't have anything is sweet enough. He's only just come in, by the way, Mark. He's been to fetch his SD card. Guess what you didn't do? What didn't I do? What didn't I do?
We don't know.
Oh, yeah. You'll have to bring a piece in and Kate wants to see it cut.
No.
T4 sugars? Gordon Bennett. You'll have diabetes, Mark. So, yeah. I only cut it up this morning, actually. Because Chris went out with Glyn, with drones. And and Chris says, "Oh, did you cut that cake up?" I went, "No." I says, cut him some off, and you know,
I'll let you have a look. That's it. Not having one. No.
oh, some icing stuck on it. So yeah, I'll get this one out. So yeah, so that's it, Kate. You can't really see things in it, but that's how it turned out anyway. It's more like a, I mean, would you say it were like a greeny bluey colour?
It's more green than blue. We don't blow in this house, Clint, if you're watching. Is he in?
Johnny Five, oh my God, I feel it now being on a bike ride with Keenest the second day out. I can't move now. My legs feel like lead bricks. Yeah, that. So I've cut them all up into squares. I tell you what, I'll just put camera down slightly so you can see it better. Look, so I've cut it all into pieces. It does look a bit bluish. So yeah, but I've cut it all into little squares. Putting it in a. It says up a bit. Gordon Bennett.
Up, down, freeze.
I can't sort of tilt it anything or they'll all fall out. But yeah, that's the. I mean, on the camera, you can't really see the you know, the bits in it, but hey ho. So yeah. I don't know. Kate says, how many slices? Well, there were 3 I couldn't fit in.
You know I always eat some cakes. That's a silly question. Come on.
But I didn't cut it up till this morning.
Yes, get it.
Did you have some of that you cut up for Glyn then?
He had a piece and I had a piece.
Oh.
Give him the bigger piece.
Oh.
Don't know why. But I did. Because it's a Wednesday night.
Mark says I'll have all of them except for one, and that's yeah.
That's it, Mark. Right, Mark. You ain't got camera up.
Oh. Oops. I'm forgetting.
You're forgetting. There you go. Guess what, Mark? These are all going in my tummy. Might have a piece on it.
So yeah, so they're the unicorn bars that we made last night. Don't rub it in, Kate says.
Okay. What's Kate say?
Don't rub it in.
I am.
Callum, get them quick.
Why is it looking like that? Why is there more shadow on top?
Because that's when I think camera down.
There's a bit behind that, isn't it?
So
What?
that man again, if only I could get them first.
Of the picture tented living room.
But me versus Chris eating the cake, 99 for me and 1 for Chris. Callum's not here. Let's put hi, Callum. I would say in like an airtight container like that, Tracy, I'd say, I don't know, 5-6 days. So So yeah, you know what I mean. It all depends how fast people can eat them. I mean, you know, it does cut up. It. You see, I cut. I mean, bearing in mind there were one like strip off end bit, so each one probably 3 or 4. Yeah, it don't start back till Monday. They don't start back till Monday.
I've got it for another few days yet.
So yeah, it's it don't start back to college till Monday. You see, Kate's kids has already gone back because they broke up a week before ours. So like here, they don't go back till Monday. Yeah, I reckon about that, something like that, Kate. It all depends because you see, now they cut up and they're in a container. I mean, it all depends whether they left out at fridge, whether they put in fridge. You know what I mean? But I think six days to a week. You know what I mean? I'd say there's about 12. You see, there were 3 that I couldn't fit in. So you've got to imagine that, plus 3 as well. I'd say about, all in all, about 15 pieces, something like that. Yeah, I think Callum's same, Amjad, he goes back this Monday coming. So, it's a case of, yeah. You know, it all depends on, like, let's say if they left out at fridge and it's like warm, they go off quite quickly. But if they kept in a container and in fridge, then I'd say same as Kate says, 5 to 6 days, something like that. So oh, sorry about that, Mark. He says he's been to his son's grave today. It's been a year. Thought it was 5 months. It's been a year. His birthday today. 3 years old he is today. Oh dear. You'll be all right, Amjad. Yeah, I had a bit of a rough weekend as well, Mark. My stepdad had been passed away 11 years on Saturday, and then day after my mum had been gone 4 years, so I had a bit of a, you know, a rough weekend. You know, so I know how you're feeling, but yeah, I mean, me and Tracy had this conversation other day about like granulated sugar, and because a lot of recipes call for granulated sugar. You know, when I says to Tracy, I says, well, we don't have sugar, so I don't use it, but I've always got caster sugar in. Now, the difference between granulated and caster sugar is, the only difference is that caster sugar's finer than granulated sugar. So when all's said and done, it's sugar, but finer than granulated sugar, if that makes sense. Because there's another thing as well, because I've got granulated golden sugar, and then I've got golden caster sugar. You know, and basically the only difference in that is golden caster sugar is ground down a bit more, so it's finer. So you know, basically that's the only difference. It's still sugar, but it's finer than granulated sugar. So you know, if you sort of, if you ain't got granulated sugar, just use caster sugar, because that's what I do anyway. It's no good me offering Amjad any help with his maths, because I'm crap at maths.
1 + 1 is 5.
So yeah, yeah. English, I can spell anything. I can English off top of my head, yeah. But maths, no. So yeah, I'm absolutely crap at maths. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's no good asking me for any help as regards maths because I'm absolutely crap at it. You know, so yeah. What's that? Send me that bloke's web 2-page.
What?
Where you been tonight?
Oh, the showroom view.
Aye. Why it's not finding it
The
then?
showroom view.
Ah. That's why I can't find it, Kate, because I was looking for the wrong thing.
I don't think he's used any of our footage yet.
Well, he's got quite a lot of My son wanted to meet you, Jeanette, on the live stream, but he died on the 20th birthday. Oh, okie dokie. So yeah, this Chris is yeah. Yeah, he is a YouTuber.
Yeah, he does chef and item vlogs. Not when he can.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Dad Rafiq. Do you get questions like 34? Oh God, Mark's talking using a grid way. It's no good talking about maths because I don't understand. You know, algebra and things like that. You know, it goes over my head.
So calculators call.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're doing a maths test, you can't take a calculator in with you because it's. But yeah. So we hadn't used any of that footage then, did you say?
Hey?
He hadn't used any footage.
He's going to, not yet.
Oh.
He's going to.
Oh. So I didn't say too much because I didn't know whether I would get game away, and I just says it's to do with a clip that you uploaded other day.
Yeah, no, he's going to. He's I don't exactly know how he's going to use it, but he's going to use it with his videos.
I think it's a bit too late in the day to be teaching me Mark. I've survived this long without it, so you know, what was that?
That was me. I dropped my phone.
Oh, I thought it were Lucy fellow. No. She soon got on his knee. Oh dear me. But yeah, it's free lessons. No offense, Mark, but I couldn't wait to leave school.
Yeah, I'm not doing any maths.
Yeah, I'm not
no
going.
Offense, like
I'm not going into any more lessons. So you know, I'm a bit too long and old in tooth for any. No, is he on his knees again? No, I thought Lucy had fell off his knee. Lucy's on him, and it were him dropping his phone.
Drop the phone off the table.
So but yeah. Oh dear. Chris plus leftovers greedy. Oh, pardon me.
Gotta be done,
Oh,
Mark.
pardon. It's all right. We had a pasty for us tea, and it keeps repeating on me.
It's the onions.
But Wakey didn't come in last night either, did he?
Oh, is he tonight?
No, he's not been in tonight.
Oh, he's slacking, that boy. Remember, ladies not got together that long time, have they?
I have the phone. If you drop in the phone on the floor. But I sent Chris a news story today, but you'll have to wait till Friday.
Yeah.
I'm not spoiling it, but
No.
it's something to do with somebody ordering the shopping online. No Wakey, no. It didn't come in last night. I'm not saying what it's about. I'm just saying it's to do with online food shopping.
Can't spoil it, girl.
So, yeah, because Chris does a live stream on a Friday night and he does the Pixie News. Now, this news story, I actually sent it to Chris. So, yeah. So, that's why you don't want me to say a lot about it, but because it's one of his news stories.
Yeah, because it'll spoil it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's why I'm not saying anything about it.
Good job. Set Lucy on you.
No, I want to say it weren't Wakey weren't in last night, so you know, I know he's got a lot of I do know he's got a lot of health problems. Oh,
What?
Mark says, Chris Fridays. I'm sorry, I'm busy on Friday. I'll be missing it. Oh, don't worry about it. But yeah, it's like everything else, you know. We've all had these health problems, you know. And it. Gordo says I'm back. I've just scoffed my tea. Well, Chris is back from his double date. He says you and Dennis were out with Mavis. That pubs has opened. I say.
Huh?
Gordo says you and Dennis were out on a double date with Mavis. That pubs has back opened.
You'll be spying on us, Gordo. It's fine. Sent his drawn up to have a look and zoomed in.
Yeah, he's back. Oh, I got a plan with few lorries moving the shed and train driving. Ooh. But it's like this, including pub. Can't blame you. But it's like this. I mean, I didn't go live Monday night because I'd not slept. I'd not slept very well Sunday evening. Well, hardly any sleep at all Sunday evening. And the fact of the matter is, it made me sort of like groggy all day, and I'd just got this splitting headache. So that's why I went live on Monday.
Mine's just gone now, Bobby. It started when I had the little cat.
Chris doesn't have health problems. He has health problems.
Oh, buddy, Gordo again. Like and share the stream.
But it's yeah, you know, as I've always said, it's like I've said to other people, you know, your health and your family come first. Everything else is second.
I bet they all wish I was still out, don't they? Because I'm putting in there.
So yeah, you know, it's one of them. Chris and Elf. Yeah, if you look back in his videos, Mark, there is one out there where he dresses up as an elf.
Don't tell him.
With jingly bells and everything.
Jingly bells about.
Yeah, and he's dancing. So yeah, you know, I mean, I always say, you know, It's your health, your family, and you two, you know. Can you remember Jack Mix by Mirage? Yeah, I think I can.
No.
But
We're going down in a minute. Huh?
I'm just gonna have a look.
Christus, ring your bell.
Yeah.
Ring your bell, but not the one end of your. Then you're yeah. Oh, pardon me. Is that the coffee? Have you had it yet?
Yeah, I found it on because there's like Mirage, Jack Mix 2, Jack Mix 88 non-stop. It's the best of. Oh, it came up on your YouTube suggestions.
What the hell?
No, this Mirage.
Oh.
Burping. Yeah, it's that Cornish pasty, and 2, it's coffee. It makes me burp.
And it's better out than in.
But yeah, I mean, I just looked at it, and it's on YouTube anyway. So it's quite a slow one tonight. We did have it up to 10 at one point, but now we're back down to 6. So don't know how much longer I'm going to go on for, because I'm flagging a little bit now.
You're flagging tonight.
YouTube goes by your searches for suggesting things. Oh.
There you go.
Oh. 7. So 6 here. He's saying 7 on his, but there's only 6. Oh, pardon me.
There's 9 on mine.
9? Where are you getting 9 from?
9 people.
Oh, it says 6 here.
Yeah, look. Sorry, Lucy. Just to prove that your mummy, Lucy. Oh, sorry.
It says 6 on StreamYards as well.
I'm going to show you.
Anyone for strawberry cheesecake?
Lucy.
No, I've got to. What's it enough? We are. Are you sure you aren't right one? Yeah, it's saying 9 on Chris's.
Well, I bet you any money.
If you refresh. Amjad says it's saying 6 on his.
There you go. It's just dropped down to 6 now. Because I've just refreshed it.
Yeah.
6.6. Atari 6.6, Amjad.
It's gone down to 5 now. I've mentioned it.
What do you mean, Lucy?
It's all right. It just shown it. My market did say 9, but it's refreshed it and it's gone down to 6. So 9.1 now. Hey up.
What?
Bingo. They were at a time. How many did I have in? 600 and odd.
650 something.
Yeah. I think Gordo were in that night and all. And Amjad, yeah, it were going like crazy.
Yeah, it does it every night again, doesn't it?
Yeah. We had 600 and not about 650 in. Not real watching, but hey ho. It's most I've ever had in.
It'd be nice. No,
it's gone up to 7 now. Nothing. But it's, you know, it's
What?
oh god. Yeah, I remember taking the screenshot of the 600 people on my phone and sent it to you. Yeah, it went up even further, didn't it, Amjad? It were got to about 650.
Yeah.
About 650. So yeah, Amjad's got screenshot to prove it, Mark. But they weren't real viewers. I think it were a bot. So
They pay for a bot.
yeah.
I expected it would upset its neck.
Yes, I thought it might throw me off my track, but we were just laughing about it, weren't we? Good old days driving along Dawlish seafront, windows down, music blaring in XR3. Ooh. Yeah. but yeah, they hadn't targeted me for a while though. It says I was there, but I wasn't in the chat. But yeah, I'll probably go on till about 10:30 and then I'll close it down.
I'll plug you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll
I was there, but I won't. No, I wasn't in the chat. There
you go.
Huh?
Mark's just tagged me in a Facebook.
Hey.
I feel sick eating it all strawberry. Look, talk of the devil and the sure to appear. Oh, I was a boy racer. Hiya, Wakey.
Hello, Wakey lad.
We were just talking about you, saying we hadn't seen you. So yeah. Well, I was just saying, because there weren't many in, I was going to shut it down about past. We'll see how it goes. It's gone up to 9 again now. So yeah. You've just missed the unicorn bars that I made last night. Chris got them out.
I got my unicorns out. You've got to be faster than Zane Howell. I'm tired.
Only one thing worse than being talked about. Well, not in a derogatory way. We're just saying that we hope you're all right because you weren't in last night and not being talked about. Oh dear. But yes, it was in a nice way, Wakey, not in, you know, talking about you. If you get my meaning. So but you know what I say, if not talking about you, they're talking about somebody else, they're giving you a rest, aren't they? Or what?
All right. Yeah, including Dole. Yeah.
But anyway, oh, pardon me.
It's got up to
10.
Again.
It's gone up to 10 here.
There you go. Oh yeah, it's just nipped up to 10.
But yeah, keep having it.
Oh dear.
And you've got to check UC.
You what?
UC.
UC. Huh?
I just had an email.
Oh, I've done it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling, Wakey. I mean, I weren't live on Monday because I'd had a crap weekend. I hardly slept at all. Sunday evening, I was really groggy all day, and I got a blinding headache. And Chris has he's been out for the last 2 days filming.
I think it's awful.
And he's had a banging headache all day. And he says, I think it's sort of getting up early.
Yeah.
It's sort of finally caught up with him. And, you know, it takes it off if it takes a tablet, but then it comes back. And I says, well, you know, got a new bike and my leg is giving me hell. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I must say, on the unicorn bars are lovely with coffee. They're very Moorish, but I don't think I could eat sort of,
No,
you know,
not more
yeah, because we it being like a buttercream frosting, it could be very sickly, if you know what I mean. Headache was so bad, my ear hurt. Oh dear. But yeah, I think, you know, it were up yesterday morning. We were out Sunday as well.
Sunday.
Yeah, right, Sunday. He didn't go out Monday. He right, yeah, he right yesterday. He right, yeah, today. And I same as I says, it's probably like one of these stress headaches where, you know, you
don't do much basically.
I would if I could, Mark, but we ain't same boat.
What?
He says, can somebody borrow me 50 quid? Bought a Bedford O-type lorry and I short of money, help needed. I'll pay you back by the 25th of April. So, yeah, I would if I could, Mark, but we ain't exactly the same predicament. Got half a cow marinating for later, so all is well now. I've bought some stewing meat and I'm going to make a pie with this stewing meat.
Meat pie. Come on, baby. All for me.
But yeah, same as I say, I just ain't got it, Mark. So I would if I could, but I can't. You know. I mean, Chris is not working. We only had universal credit, so you know, if we could, we would. But we ain't got a pot to piss in it at the moment.
We've got 21p actually.
Well, whoop-de-doo. 14-ounce sirloin.
Ooh.
Are you just going to eat it? Are you just going to eat it as it is, or are you having something with it then, Wakey? I mean, 14 ounce.
That'll last him all week.
It's Tracy, by the way, not Johnny. And she says, my legs hurt too, Wakey. I just got a new bike, been out 2 days on trot bike rides.
I know, Tracy!
But I'm, you know, I'm just being honest. That's, you know, we okay some weeks, and then other, you know, like
this week.
Yeah. You know, it's just one of them things. You have some good weeks, and Johnny Five, do you want my legs? I think it's Tracy actually. Mark.
It is Tracy.
I
think that eating could be said.
But yeah, I mean, anybody that knows me and Chris knows that, you know, if we'd got it, we'd. Ronnie says, "Can I have some of your steak, Wakey?" I think you know answer to that one. Chips, mushrooms, fresh made onion ring. Oh God, I think I thought it would be in a 14-ounce steak that you wouldn't be having not, you know, hardly out with it.
Wakey, save me some. I'm coming down, pal. I'll
It
see you in
says
40 minutes.
chips, mushrooms, fresh made onion rings, gravy made from deglazing the pan, and maybe a couple of slices of beetroot. Don't forget the beetroot.
Give me some wakey. Want some now?
But it's one of these things where I only shop once a fortnight because that's, you know, when like I only get paid once a fortnight. So I always make sure we've got enough in that week that we don't get paid, you know, to last us till next time we get paid. Afraid not, Gordo. Nell already got dibs, lol.
Oh,
Nell's
Nell's not having none of mine.
I cook a great steak. 14-ounce steak.
That's a big bugger. That.
I'm going to say about Wakey. Aisley would be struggling to get that down his neck. And then having chips and everything else on top of it. We buy the McCain steak crinkle cut chips. Well, we have crinkle cut chips, but we have the Asda ones.
The ones. They're nice.
They're just as good as McCain's, I think. They crinkle ones. But yeah, I've got some stewing meat, and I'm gonna make it's sweet but yummy. I think she's on about unicorn bars now. But yeah, I got some braising stewing meat out at freezer, and I'm gonna make like a meat pie. So you know, nothing beats a butcher I know does 4 steaks for 12 quid, never weighs them. Just yeah, we could do a butcher like that, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad price for 4 steaks. 12 quid. But yeah, is it local to you then, Wakey, or I mean, you see, I mean, this was before lockdown. I mean, close to where we live, there used to be like it was like a butcher's van. And what did we have?
£20?
No, plenty for 20.
That's it, yeah.
And you used to get like a ribeye or sirloin, 10-minute drive. So yeah, so we used to have what they call plenty for 20, and used to get sausage, bacon, chops, joint of pork, joint of beef. I can't remember. I can't remember what else, but it were a good value for 20 quid.
Lots of steaks, we and all sorts.
Yeah, burgers as well. And basically, it were damn good value for 20 quid. But then what with certain things that
transpired.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, it's like round where we live, Kate. You've either got to go to Asda, and it's like all this like vacuum pack stuff. Nah, same as I say, it come in a van. Oh, there were mints as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it was damn good value for 20 quid. But then I think when you know the thing it stopped coming. It's actually Tracy, I think, Wakey. Iceland do a nice rump steak too for a £5, not a bad size as well. But yeah, I mean, it's you know, well, put it this way: when my mum were alive, she wouldn't buy any meat or such in the supermarket. She'd always go to the butcher's, and she used to get pork steaks. She used to get mince, fish, all sorts. Don't buy any meat from supermarket. But you know, I'm all for, you know, with butchers, you know that what you see is what you're getting, you know what I mean? But I won't you know, I won't buy anything from supermarket. But yeah, this butcher, I mean, he were a localish butcher, and okie dokie then, Mark. But you know, when we could get over to Crystal Peaks, they've got like a downstairs to it, and there's all butchers down there, you know, and they did homemade pork pies. I was lucky the other day, went in and they had some reduced to £2. But I mean, you can't actually beat it seeing the butcher slicing them and knowing what you're getting, if you know what I mean. Oh, I miss Wakefield Meat and Fish Market. But at Crystal Peaks, it's like a smaller version of Meadowhall. You know, you know, it's not massive, but it's like a mini Meadowhall, and we prefer to go there rather than go to Meadowhall. And basically, like in downstairs, they're like all butchers, and you know, there's fish stalls where they and they've got some stores where they make their own pork pies, and yeah, Johnny were telling us last time we went over, there's like a meat wholesalers just down road from where they are. So you know, you can't beat it. You know, going up to a counter and actually seeing what you're getting and know it's going to be all right. Yeah, if you go at certain times at night, they reduce it, but I would prefer. Yeah, I'm same every single day at week, Kate. I'd prefer to go to a butcher's, and know that it's fresh. You know, that's what a butcher's is all about. It's fresh meat. It's fresh everything. You know what I mean? For one, I mean, like, such as all big supermarkets, they put it on this polystyrene and shrink wrap it and all sorts, but you don't know how long it's been standing about before, you know, you don't know how long it's been standing about before it actually gets onto these polystyrene things, you know what I mean? It could have been hanging about for days, you don't know. You know what I mean? I know they've sort of got to do protocol and everything, and you know, and it's got to be safe. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you don't know how long it's been stood about in their freezer or whatever. I mean, it could have been there for months. You don't know. It probably hasn't, but at least, yeah, but at least you know that if you go into a butcher's and actually see them slice it while you're stood there, you know it's fresh. Iceland tend to be the best for meat, I've found. And Wakey says Sainsbury's Monday dinner times, great reductions from what didn't sell over the weekend. But you see, that's another thing I won't trust either, Wakey. If it's been stood about of at weekend and they haven't sold it, you know, I'd be a bit iffy about that. But yeah, it's one of them things where that is one thing that we, you know, we insist on. It's got to be fresh meat. Yeah, I agree with you there, Kate. But this is the thing. as well, in Crystal Peaks, if you go down a bit, they've got like what I call an indoor market, and they've got like right from one end to other, they're all butchers. You know, we've had all sorts from them. You know, they do. You know, you can get all sorts, because I think when Callum were at school, and they were doing some cookery or something, and it called for sausage meat. Now we couldn't get sausage meat anywhere, and we just went to Crystal Peaks and we went in this indoor market, got it just like that. You know what I mean? I think we were making Scotch eggs, weren't it?
Yeah.
And it called for sausage meat, and basically we couldn't get any for love nor money, because they were all, you know, they were sausages. They didn't actually do sausage meat. So we just went over to Crystal Peaks, and you know, it's just like an indoor market. You know, they've got all sorts of stalls on, you know, card stalls, bag stalls, phone stalls, pet stalls, you know, and then you know, they've got butchers and cafes and all that. I need to make some Scotch eggs. And see, I'm good for something then, Gordo, because he says I forgot what he said earlier on about he told a joke, and he says I'll let me just scroll back to the beginning.
She's just scrolling.
Yeah, it's not scrolling back that far. I forgot what it were that something about an idiot, and he says if you hang on long enough, I'll tell you. So I just went like that.
Naughty girl.
Oh,
Huh?
He's going to go to Sainsbury's in a couple of weeks. Got £47 in Nectar points. Lol. That's duck eggs. He's going to use duck eggs instead. They're they bigger than ordinary, aren't they? Duck eggs. Anyway, they're easy enough. Okie dokie then, Mark. He says there's been a problem with his big shed, and I'll see you soon. See you later, Mark. Hope everything's all right. He says bloody big Scotch eggs. But yeah, at least there's one thing, Wakey. At least there's going to be something to get your teeth into. That's one of Chris's favourites: pork pies and Scotch eggs. Duck eggs are bigger and creamier. Now that's one thing I've never been fond of: duck eggs. I'll have a chicken egg any time. Okie dokie then, Mark.
See you later, Marky. Marky Mark.
I get my duck eggs from the same butcher. So, okie dokie then, Mark. I'll see you later. But quail eggs, they're the little diddy ones, aren't they? Quail eggs. No, I can't say that I have, Gordo. I'm sure quail eggs is them little diddy eggs. Because quails aren't all that big. So, But yeah, no, I can't say as I've I can't say as I've tried quail eggs. Has anybody tried an ostrich egg? God, you see the size of them like that, humongous.
I think your dad has.
An ostrich egg, it's like that.
Huge, aren't they?
Very earthy flavour. Well, probably won't like them then. Can you imagine all omelettes you'd get after an ostrich egg? Once made a Yorkshire pudding from a goose egg, filled the big roasting tin lol. Yeah. Oh dear. But you know, I'm all for trying different things, but you know, I'm not struck on duck eggs, I must admit. I don't think I like sound of quail eggs. But the thing is, you know what I mean? You've got to try these things out, you know. When I had the Avery, I had quail. Oh, yeah, because I was going to say, when you mentioned quail, the only these little diddy egg things. Yeah, I can't really see them tasting them much, really. You know what I mean? Although I've never tried them, you know what I mean? I can't see them tasting them much. Oh dear. But hey ho, you know, it's each to their own, you know. You know, who am I to say, you know, what they like and what they're not like? Because I mean, imagine a Scotch egg using an ostrich egg. You won't get enough sausage meat to cover it in. You know what I mean? Try coating an ostrich egg in sausage meat. You'd need half a pig. No quail around here. Plenty of pheasants though. Nell loves chasing them. I mean, pheasants just everywhere. Let's face it. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah. But yeah, you'd need half a pig to make a Scotch egg out of an ostrich egg. Oh God. My mum always cooked with goose eggs. I love a bit of pheasant. Why, a pheasant plucker? Yeah, I must admit, when I was little, my dad used to go on these shoots and he used to come back with arms full of pheasants, you know, and I used to help him pluck them. So, you know, this is where me sort of, you know, blood and guts don't bother me, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you'd have to chop the heads off and then you'd have to chop the legs off and then you'd got to pluck them, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I can't say I were fond at meat because, you know, you need a peg on the nose when plucking pheasants. I know that, Wakey. The stinking rile. Oh. But yeah, I just used to pluck them for my dad. I mean, my dad used to gut them and everything, but yeah. Whew. No, there ain't much meat on them either, Gordo. You know, by the time you've sort of chopped its head off, chopped its legs off and plucked them, you know, it's like I don't know how much meat you get on it, but there's not a deal. But you know, I mean, same as my dad says, you don't look a gift or simp mouth. But yeah, I can't say that I'm a big fan of it, you know what I mean? But you know, it's like this. By the time you've plucked them, and my dad had gutted them, you put off it for life. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, it weren't. It weren't my favourite pastime. Let's. But most of the families in the street in the early 70s kept ducks and chickens. And Gordo says, "Hi, Azy, how are you?" It says, "I'm not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's mate. I'm only plucking pheasants because the pheasant plucker's late." Okie dokie, then. See you later, Kate. Years ago, I was out in the van. I had some ladders on the roof, and a pheasant flew up and got stuck in the runners. Oh dear. Oh dear. And Wakey says, remember my gran going out Sunday morning and necking one ready for dinner. But this is a thing. I mean, like my grandma, she kept all sorts. She kept chickens, she kept geese, ducks, you name it. You know, and it were like once you've tasted, you know, an egg that you've actually gone out, you know, because they weren't in pens or anything like that. You know, they were sort of, yeah, it were like an Easter egg hunt, in other words. Yeah, it were like an Easter egg hunt. You know, my grandma used to, you know, we used to take bucket or whatever we were going collecting these eggs in. And it were like an adventure, you know, when you're a little kid and you know you're going hunting for these eggs. But there were no see you later, Kate.
See you, Kate.
You know, there were no sort of keeping them in cages and things like that. You know, there were. I thought it was dead, so I put it in the back of the van. When I got home, opened the back, and it was still alive and flapping around. Back up the van. But yeah, you know what I mean. It were she sort of put them in this sort of like it weren't like a barn. It were like a shed, so to speak. So she'd shut them all in there of a night, sort of when these cold nights used to, you know, but they still sort of be roaming about. And anyway, but she got up one morning and all chickens, all geese, all ducks and everything were dead. And we thought at first it were a fox, but it was somebody's, it were, you know, it were a pit bull terrier and slaughtered lot. And I don't think she ever got over that because it were like, you know, 1 minute you're sort of happy and you're collecting your chickens and ducks, eggs and whatever. And then next minute, everything's completely obliterated just in one night. And I don't, it didn't eat any. It just killed them for whatever reason, you know. And it set her back a really, really lot. You know what I mean? My grandma.
Oh, your grandma.
Yeah. I mean, it weren't a big farm, you know what I mean? It were only sort of a few sheds and, you know what I mean? But when she went out that morning and everything were dead, she, you know, she thought a fox had been at them. But same as, you know, she were that experienced in keeping them, same as she says, if it were a fox, they won't just kill them, they'd kill them and eat them. But none of these had been eaten. They just left them for dead. But we found out through my brother that one of his mates' mate had got this pit bull and it come back all bloody. So we just put 2 and 2 together and, you know, but you got to prove it. You sort of back, even then, back in them days, you got to prove the fact that, you know. So, So yeah. Right, guys. I know I'm 10 minutes short to 2 hours, but I'm struggling a bit. You know, I'm really tired. So I will cut it short. I will cut it short tonight. And sorry you've just come in hazy and everything, but
You're knackered.
yeah. So I'll see you all tomorrow evening, hopefully. So I do apologise for cutting it short, but it's only by about 10 minutes. So I'll see you all on the next one, hopefully tomorrow. Thanks for popping in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Night all. Oh, you're gonna have to go down there. Oh, well, hey?